Today, you are not simply going to hear a story. You are going to experience it, feel it deep in your heart, live it as if you were there, and take away lessons that can change your life. This is not just a biography filled with dates and achievements. This is an exploration of resilience, courage, faith, and relentless determination. It is a journey through pain and triumph, fear and glory, and it is a story that inspires every soul who hears it. The man we are about to explore was not born into wealth, power, or privilege. He was not born with extraordinary advantages, yet he changed the world with his fists, his words, his heart, and his unwavering principles. He fought inside the boxing ring, but he also fought outside it, challenging injustice, racism, and the limitations that society tried to impose upon him. He lost everything at times and yet always rose stronger. He was banned, criticized, vilified, yet never surrendered. This is the story of a man who declared, "I am the greatest," even before fully understanding the magnitude of his own greatness. This is the story of Muhammad Ali, a name that resonates across generations. And beyond the life lessons, you will also improve your English. Each word, phrase, and expression in this story is carefully chosen to help you learn the language naturally through emotion, context, and the rhythm of real-life storytelling. By the end, you won't just know Ali's story, you'll feel it, understand it, and perhaps even see parts of your own journey reflected in it. So let us embark on this journey together. Chapter 1. Beginnings. Muhammad Ali was not born with that name. He entered this world as Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. on January 17, 1942, in Louisville, Kentucky, USA. His father, Cassius Clay Sr., was a sign painter, someone who painted business signs and names on walls, bringing color and letters to life for a living. His mother, Odessa Grady Clay, worked as a housemaid, cleaning homes and caring for children in wealthier families. Growing up in such an environment could have made a child bitter or silent, but young Cassius was anything but that. He was outspoken, confident, and bold. Even as a child, he dreamed big. His father once described him perfectly: "My boy doesn't walk, he bounces." Cassius's energy, speed, and exuberance made him stand out. He had an unyielding spirit, a natural charm, and a sense of humor that could win people over. One formative moment came when he was just 12 years old. Cassius had a cherished bicycle, something he loved more than anything else. But one day, it was stolen. Enraged, he confronted a nearby police officer, saying, "I'm going to find who did it, and I'm going to hoop him." The officer, a man named Joe Martin, smiled and advised him, "If you're going to hoop somebody, you better learn how to fight." That simple piece of advice changed the trajectory of Cassius's life forever. Joe Martin was not just a police officer, he was also a boxing coach. From that moment on, Cassius Clay began a journey into the world of boxing. He trained relentlessly, rain or shine, fatigue or not, he showed up every day. He ran with weights in his shoes to build strength and endurance. He punched trees to harden his fists. He studied the movements of great boxers on film, memorizing their strategies, footwork, and timing. By the time he was a teenager, he had already developed not only skill, but a personality that demanded attention. He wasn't a silent fighter. He was a talker, a showman. "I'm young. I'm handsome. I'm fast. I'm going to be the greatest," he would proclaim. His confidence was infectious, even humorous, and it drew people to him. By the age of 18, Cassius Clay had achieved remarkable success. He had won 6 Kentucky Golden Gloves titles to national championships, and in 1960, at the age of 18, he traveled to Rome to compete in the Olympic Games. There, he won a gold medal in boxing, returning to America as a hero. Yet, despite his international acclaim, America remained a segregated country. Even as a celebrated athlete, Ali could not eat in the same restaurants as white citizens. Soon, he turned professional, entering the competitive and often ruthless world of professional boxing. His early career was marked by speed, style, and showmanship. People doubted him, mocking his bold words and flamboyant personality. But inside the ring, Ali moved differently. Before that pivotal fight, Cassius Clay encountered a life-changing figure, Malcolm X. A fiery orator and activist, Malcolm introduced him to the principles of Islam and the importance of black pride, dignity, and self-respect. Inspired, Clay converted to Islam, and after winning the championship, he shocked the world by declaring, "Cassius Clay is my slave name. I am Muhammad Ali. Now I am free." His words made global headlines. Many were confused, angry, and shocked. How could a reigning world champion change his religion and his identity? Ali did not waver. He knew who he was and refused to let others define him. With fame came new challenges. The Vietnam War was raging, and the US government expected Ali to enlist. He refused, famously stating, "I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong. They never called me an **R. This stance cost him dearly. He was stripped of his boxing license, lost his championship title, faced potential imprisonment, and was vilified as unpatriotic. For 3 years, the world's greatest boxer was banned from the sport at the peak of his career. But Ali never compromised his principles. "I will not betray my faith for money or fame. I'd rather lose everything than lose myself," he said. During those 3 years, Ali could have retreated into silence. He could have yielded to pressure. But he did not. Instead, he became a voice for the voiceless, traveling across the country, speaking at universities, churches, and community centers. He discussed racism, war, faith, and justice. Students came for the celebrity, but they left with inspiration, courage, and new perspectives. Ali had transformed into more than a boxer. He became the moral and spiritual voice of a generation. In 1970, Ali's boxing ban ended. His first comeback fight against Jerry Quarry in Atlanta ended in victory. But the world's attention was already focused on the upcoming battle that would be remembered as the fight of the century, Muhammad Ali vs. Joe Frazier on March 8, 1971, at Madison Square Garden. Two undefeated champions faced off in front of a global audience. The fight was intense, brutal, and unrelenting. After 15 grueling rounds, Ali lost, but his spirit remained intact. He did not give up. Ali continued fighting, enduring injuries and losses, including a broken jaw against Ken Norton. Each setback made him wiser, stronger, and more strategic. By 1974, he faced a formidable opponent, George Foreman, in the Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire, Africa. Foreman was young, powerful, and undefeated. Ali employed the legendary rope-a-dope strategy, allowing Foreman to tire himself out before launching a decisive counterattack. By the 8th round, Foreman was exhausted, and Ali struck with a combination that knocked him out. At 32, Ali reclaimed the World Heavyweight Championship, proving his resilience and strategic brilliance. Ali's fame transcended sports. He became a global ambassador of hope, visited countries across Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, and became recognized as a symbol of strength, faith, and determination. His rematch with Frazier in 1975, known as the Thrilla in Manila, was one of the most physically and emotionally grueling fights in history. Ali's perseverance, even in the face of extreme exhaustion and pain, defined the essence of his greatness. As Ali aged, the consequences of decades in the ring became apparent. By the early 1980s, he began showing symptoms of Parkinson's disease, tremors, slow movement, and slurred speech. He retired from boxing after a final fight in 1981, leaving behind a record of 56 wins, 37 knockouts, and an unparalleled legacy. Even with Parkinson's, Ali dedicated his life to humanitarian work, philanthropy, and global peace. He visited orphanages, hospitals, and disaster-stricken regions, always prioritizing action over publicity. He negotiated the release of hostages, supported children in poverty, and raised millions for charitable causes. His influence extended far beyond sports. He became a beacon of hope and courage. In 1996, Ali lit the Olympic torch in Atlanta, a moment that symbolized endurance, spirit, and triumph over adversity. Though his hands shook and his movements slowed, he stood tall, embodying resilience for billions around the world. His family, including 9 children, and his wife, Lonnie, who cared for him for decades, remained central to his life. Ali's life taught timeless lessons: believe in yourself, stand for your principles, Work tirelessly even through pain, rise after every fall, use your voice for the voiceless, and let your actions speak louder than your words. Even in silence, he inspired millions. Muhammad Ali passed away on June 3, 2016, at age 74, from complications related to Parkinson's disease. His funeral in Louisville was a testament to his impact. Hundreds of thousands attended, and millions more watched worldwide. His tombstone reads, "Service to others is the rent you pay for your room in heaven." Ali's legacy endures. He was more than a boxer. He was a teacher, a philosopher, a peacemaker, and an example of unwavering courage. His life reminds us that greatness is not given. It is earned through resilience, conviction, and love.